premise of my YouTube channel. I'm here to make sure that we get the fights we want to see when we want to see them, just like the UFC fans.
Yeah, but the only thing about that is hard because boxing is controlled by so many different sanctioning bodies,
right? And networks and politics. They hide behind politics, and that's the shit that I don't like about Errol Spence. Because let's just say it is Al Heyman that's stopping this fight from happening, right? That everybody want to see. Then my nigga just come out and say it. Just say, look, man, I'm really not my own boss. I want to fight Bud. I ain't scared of no fucking body. But right now, my team has a game plan. We're going to do X, Y, and Z. If it was up to me, I would fight the dude tomorrow. But it's not up to me. So, hey, y'all can just take this and leave it. I would be cool with Earl saying that.
I mean, he didn't.
But when he come out and say, hey, I'm my own boss. You ain't got to call Al. Send the contract or I'm the A side, 70-30, 60-40, 80-20. That's when I'm like, well, goddamn, this ain't none of the shit you was saying when you was begging Keith Thurman for a fight. You understand what I'm saying? When you was in Bud position. But now the tables done turned. You ain't as hungry as you was. Now all of a sudden shit done switched up because I was a huge Earl fan. I was all for Earl chasing Keith Thurman when he had the fucking ponytail. But now that he done got the belts and he done just switched up on your boy. So I'm like, well, what the fuck? But go ahead.
Yeah, here, listen about that situation, man.
Go ahead.
I think that like you said, I'm saying this. I don't think that Errol Spence is scared of Terence Crawford, but we have to understand that boxing is a business and the PBC is in a power position right now. They are not going to just allow this fight to be made on Top Rank. I don't think they're going to allow that, man. And if they do, they're going to have to get the majority of the split, man. I think that, like you said, but Errol Spence already gave him his game plan. He said, listen, I'm going to clean up my side of the street, get all the belts over here that come for you. He said that already. I mean, I always stick by this. I don't understand with the Bud Man fans. I don't understand how they ain't getting this, man. The man said, I'm going to clean up to his face, I'm going to clean up my side of the street, then come for you. I.e., fight Terence Bud Crawford for undisputed. I've stuck by that, and I have to go by his actions. He's fighting people who have belts or winning belts, et cetera, et cetera. Now, this fight, we thought it was going to be for a belt, but it's not. WBA went back on that.
Mikey Garcia didn't have a belt, bro.
Mikey Garcia didn't have a belt, but that was
wait a minute. Hold on. I'm going to let you talk. But you do realize whenever Bud approached him at that Maurice Hooker fight, that was around the time right before he fought Mikey Garcia, correct?
Yes.
So the fight could have been made that fucking year. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're correct.
Oh, and let me ask you one more thing, and then I'm gonna let you cook. Did that man not say on ESPN First Take, meaning Errol Spence, that all Bud got to do is get a belt and we can run it? Yes or no?
Yes, he did say that.
Okay, go ahead.
He did say that, but that doesn't mean he'll run it right now. That's what I'm saying. Get a belt.
Now you're switching it up on me.
I'm not switching.
We was getting somewhere, Lenore. Now you're switching it up on me. Did the man say what I just asked you? Yes or no?
He did.
He didn't say. He didn't tell Steve. Listen, he didn't tell Stephen A. and Max, "Hey, once he get a belt, I ain't gonna fight him right away." He said, and I quote, "He got to worry about Jeff Horn. Once he get that belt, then we can line it up." That's exactly what he said.
So now you're changing it up. That's how you just said originally. You just said right now when Errol Spence in response said he can get a belt. That does not mean he's gonna fight you right now. And going back to the Mikey Garcia thing. Errol Spence Jr. said to his face, and once again, I'm going to clean up my side of the street, then come for you for undisputed. That's what that's been saying. There's been other interviews out there where Errol Spence has said the same thing. That's not the only reference you can go by.
And you do realize he has also said whenever Bud approached him, you ain't fought nobody. You ain't did nothing at the welterweight division yet. Within that same confrontation, you do real. So it seems like to me, he moves the goalpost every time instead of saying, you know what, bro, look. I ain't gonna fight you right now, period.
So
if he would have said that initially, then I would have no fucking argument. But that's not what he said. The first thing he originally said to this man is go get a belt and we can fight. Once he got the belt, that's when the whole, I'm gonna fight Mikey. I'm gonna fight Sean. I'm gonna knock out Sean Porter, go the easier route. I'm gonna fight Danny, maybe Manny. And then, he didn't say nothing about Terrence. He didn't mention Terrence, huh? No, he didn't mention you. That's where that shit came into play. But go ahead.
But up until that point, Terence Crawford didn't even have a belt. So why would he even consider fighting Terence Bud Crawford if he didn't have a belt? When Errol Spence made that reference, it's like, bro, get a belt before I even consider fighting you. Now, he didn't say that, but I'm saying that's what it almost came off to seem to be. That's what I'm saying.
But he had the belt whenever he approached him at the Maurice Hooker fight and said, "What's up? I am going to fight Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter. I'm going to knock him out. And then I'm going to fight all these other motherfuckers." Am I lying? I mean, if I'm lying, just
No, you're not lying.
so that's also, it's not unfair, or you can't say the Bud Man fans ain't keeping it funky because we only repeating what the man said. We hold the man to his words.
But what I'm saying is, here's the difference: is that it's not right now. It's for undisputed. That's what I'm telling you.
You said what's for undisputed?
Errol Spence is going to fight Terence Bud Crawford for undisputed.
How? When Ugas still got the WBA strap, so he got to fight one more fight, or Bud, because we know Bud not going to be able to fight Ugas because Al ain't going to let nobody cross the street, right? We agree on that, right?
I don't think that's. I think they're going to give it to Spence before they give it to Crawford.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
Spence has already came out and said he has 2 fights left at welterweight, including the Manny Pacquiao fight. He said, "I told Al after the Manny fight, let's try to get Crawford. If I can't get Crawford, then I'm gonna go up to 154." So where is Ugas gonna come into play with this fucking WBA strap, bro?
Okay, so keeping it in context.
So it's not gonna be for undisputed, right?
So keep it in context.